Merry Christmas, everyone. Today we are going to read the Christmas story, which is the story about the birth of baby Jesus. So if you would like to follow along in your Spark Story Bible, we are going to start on page 212 with the story called Jesus is Born. Here we go. We have to go to Bethlehem, Joseph told Mary. Emperor Augustus has ordered that all of the people need to be counted. But Joseph, Mary said, what about our baby? He will be born soon. We'll go slowly, Mary. Bethlehem will be crowded, so we need to leave now. So Mary and Joseph journeyed to Bethlehem, the city of David, to be counted along with all of the other people. It was cold when they arrived. Joseph knocked on many doors looking for a room, but everyone said no. Finally, an innkeeper answered his door. I have no room, the innkeeper said, but you can stay in the little stable in the back. It's warm and the hay is fresh. Joseph, Mary said, I think it's time for the baby to be born. That night, Mary gave birth to Jesus. She laid him in a manger. The animals kept them warm as they waited for morning. Outside of Bethlehem, shepherds watched their sheep on the hills. Suddenly, an angel appeared. The shepherds looked up at the bright night sky. Don't be afraid, the angel said. I bring wonderful news. The child God promised was born tonight. The shepherds listened in amazement. The twinkling stars seemed to echo each of the angel's words. The angel continued, Go to Bethlehem. You will find the child lying in a bed of hay. Suddenly, many angels filled the heavens. They sang together, Glory to God in the highest, and peace to all people on earth. Let's hurry, one shepherd said. The angel said the child was born tonight. But what about the sheep? Another shepherd asked. Let the angels watch them, the youngest shepherd said. Yes, let the angels watch them. The shepherds happily hurried into Bethlehem. The angel was right. The shepherds found the baby, Jesus, asleep on a bed of hay. They told Mary and Joseph all the angel had said. The angel said the baby is the Messiah, the promised one. He is the one we have waited for, they explained. But this is a stable. Would God be born here among the animals? Moo, said the cow. Bah, said the sheep. Coo, coo, said the dove. Mary smiled. She knew that Jesus was Emmanuel, God with us. Later, the shepherds returned to their sheep, praising God for all they had seen and heard. Jesus was born. And we'll continue on with the next story about the wise men. On a cool, clear evening, 3 wise men looked into the night sky and saw a bright star. The wise men had been waiting for someone important to come into the world. They were waiting for a king. They knew that the star was a sign from God. The star is a sign that the king has been born, the shortest one said. We should follow the star and find him, the tallest one said. I'll pack our bags, the middle one said. They left their homes and traveled far to meet this new baby king. They wanted to worship him and give him gifts. Along the way, they stopped and visited King Herod, who was the ruler of that land. We are following the star to find the baby king, they told King Herod. Do you know where he is? When King Herod heard that the baby king had been born, he was afraid. He thought the baby would grow up and take over. Then Herod wouldn't be the king anymore. So King Herod spoke to the wise men. He pretended to be nice. Herod told the wise men, I would like to meet the new baby king. Why don't you go find him and come back here and tell me where he is? Then I can go worship him too. The wise men kept following the star to find the baby. They finally found Jesus, Mary, and Joseph in Bethlehem. They were quiet so they wouldn't wake baby Jesus. They knelt beside his bed. He was so tiny. They kissed his little cheeks. Sleep well, little one, they said, and they left him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Those were very expensive gifts. They were gifts fit for a king. Later, the wise men decided it was time to go home. They were planning to tell King Herod where they found baby Jesus, but God sent an angel to talk to them in a dream. The angel told them that King Herod was dangerous. So they went home a different way instead. Jesus was, indeed, a new baby king who surprised the wise men and frightened King Herod. Jesus was God's promise, born for us, a gift to all people. I hope you enjoyed that story. It's one of my favorites in the whole Bible. And I hope that you and your family have a very Merry Christmas and remember what this story is all about, that Jesus was the best gift that we have ever received. Merry Christmas, everyone.